Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so if you're looking ahead to 2025 sales, you know you're up against what people are calling the hyper-skeptical buyer.
Yeah, and it's easy to see why, right? The
Mhm.
market's just drowning in this wave of, well, frankly, low effort robotic AI outreach. It all sounds the same.
Exactly. Forgettable. And we're seeing this pretty major shift now. It feels like the only way to actually cut through is to be, genuinely human. Authenticity matters more than ever.
It's created this interesting paradox, hasn't it? All the sources we looked at point to this. After that huge push for AI adoption, sales leaders are, well, they're shifting back.
Shifting back how?
Well, the numbers are telling. Only about 14% are still focused primarily on AI adoption itself.
Mhm.
Suddenly, 64% are saying pipeline and revenue are the top priority again. AI is just expected. It's table stakes now.
Right. It's not the focus, it's the tool.
Exactly. So the real mission, the new frontier, seems to be achieving what we're calling empathy at scale. Using the tools, yes, but for human connection.
And that's what we're diving into today. We're looking at the neuroscience, the actual frameworks that let teams use narrative, use stories, almost like a secret weapon.
And it's crucial to understand this isn't some soft skill
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah.
No, it's a strategic edge, and it's rooted in hard neuroscience.
You mentioned before we started that a traditional pitch is almost neuroscientifically hostile. What does that mean?
It means it just doesn't engage the brain properly.
Mhm.
A list of features. It only activates the language processing parts. It's, frankly, boring, predictable.
Okay.
But a story acts like a chemical delivery system for the brain. It lights everything up.
A chemical delivery system. I like that. So if we need to grab attention instantly, in that first 3 seconds everyone talks about, what's the first chemical trigger?
You have to start with tension, conflict. That means triggering cortisol,
Cortisol. Okay.
right? You need to immediately frame the prospect's challenge, their problem, the stakes. That little hit of cortisol makes the brain go, wait, what happens next? It creates focus, urgency.
So you've grabbed their attention with cortisol, then the story starts properly. That's where oxytocin comes in.
That's it. Oxytocin, the trust hormone, or sometimes called the empathy drug. It gets released when we connect with a character, when we feel empathy for their struggle in the plot.
And this creates neural coupling.
Yes. It's fascinating. The listener's brain activity literally starts to mirror the storyteller's. They sync up. That's the biological basis for building rapport and trust. You feel with them.
Okay, cortisol for attention, oxytocin for trust. And then the ending, the solution you offer that triggers.
Dopamine, the reward chemical. When the story resolves, when the hero overcomes the challenge, especially with your help, the brain gets that satisfying dopamine hit.
And that helps with memory and motivation, right? Makes the solution stick.
Precisely. And think about that study we found, adding just a simple story, a narrative layer, to a charity appeal, doubled donations. Doubled. Even when the statistics, the facts, stayed exactly the same.
It's just, wow. It really proves the point, doesn't it?
It validates the whole approach. And the structure that reliably builds this trust, this sequence, it's the customer as hero framework. You probably know it from Campbell or StoryBrand.
Right, the hero's journey structure.
Exactly. But the genius here is the role shift it forces.
Yeah.
The customer is the hero facing a challenge, needing to get somewhere.
And the salesperson. We're explicitly not the hero in this model. We stepped into the role of the mentor or the guide.
Yes. The one who has the plan, the tool, the insight the hero needs to succeed.
And why does that specific structure work so well against skepticism?
Because it structurally aligns your goals. The mentor's only function is to help the hero win. Your success is defined by their success. It automatically diffuses that, what are they trying to sell me? Defensiveness. You're not pushing a product, you're offering guidance for their journey. It bakes the oxytocin right in.
Okay, so this is the human strategy, deeply psychological. How do we, connect this back to the tech stack everyone's investing in? You said it's not AI versus human.
It's AI for storytelling. That's the goal. Think about the
Yes.
contract.
One.
Most companies right now, they're using AI to blast out, 10,000 generic templated messages hoping something sticks. It's spam, basically.
Yeah, we all get those.
But the really high-performing teams, they're flipping the script. They use AI tools, maybe something like Clay, for incredibly deep research
Okay.
to understand maybe just 100 high-value prospects inside and out. Then, the human salesperson uses that AI-gathered insight to craft 100 perfectly tailored human stories. It's about quality, not just quantity. AI finds the ingredients. The human cooks the meal.
I love that analogy. And this framework, It gives us a powerful way to handle objections too, right? The sources define an objection as, what was it? A negative story playing out in your buyer's head.
That's the key insight. An objection isn't just a logical barrier, it's an emotional narrative of doubt or fear.
And you can't fight that negative story with just facts or data.
Never works. You know this intuitively. You can only beat a negative story with a better story.
So you need a library of success stories.
Exactly. A centralized story bank. When the objection comes up, this seems too expensive, I'm not sure my team will adopt it, you pull out a story of a similar customer, the exact same doubt they had, and how they overcame it to achieve success. Story beats story.
Okay, makes sense. And then to really seal the deal, trigger that final dopamine rush, there's future pacing.
Right. It's a technique to help the prospect mentally rehearse success. You help them vividly imagine, even feel, the positive future state after they've implemented your solution.
So instead of just describing features, you'd say something like, imagine it's 30 days from now. Your team's already closed 3 extra deals because that workflow bottleneck is just gone.
Precisely. You make the positive outcome tangible, emotionally resonant. It bridges the gap between decision and action.
So wrapping this deep dive up, the ultimate purpose of the 2025 AI stack isn't to replace the salesperson.
Not at all. It's to arm the mentor, to give that human salesperson the deep research, maybe even real-time prompts from conversation intelligence schools like Outreach Kaya.
Yeah, those are getting powerful.
All so they can tell the right story to the right person at the exact right moment. AI handles the logistics of empathy, so the human can deliver it authentically.
Which leads to a really interesting final point. If AI gets good enough to automate the research, maybe even structure the basic customer as hero plot, what's left? What's the truly human, unduplicatable differentiator?
It has to become your personal origin story.
Creating.
Meaning, why you? Why are you the guide for this particular hero? What journey did you take? What struggles did you overcome that give you the unique insight and passion to help them? AI can't fake lived experience. It can't replicate genuine conviction born from your own story.
Wow, that vulnerability, that authenticity, that's the final moment.
It has to be. So the provocative thought to leave you with is this. What's your aha moment? What core experience makes you the uniquely qualified guide you are? Because that story, AI can never tell.